Hello! I am back for another stream. That is how I do. Alright. Kind of running behind today for some odd reason. I didn't realize it was so close to 1. Almost didn't get the stream started on time, but I did. So we're good. Alright. Alright. So, we got some topics. As per normal. We're just going to get straight into the news day. So, I'm going to open up my things. Make sure everything is all nice and groovy before we start. Mainly, well, I can't open things beforehand just because it's like, I've got so many, like, sometimes there'll be like YouTube videos and stuff, so you can't like get it to play, and I don't want to overstress my computer when it comes to the RAM usage. I think we're gonna shove that. Whoops, what was that last? Yeah, I know. I need that one. Alright, so we'll move that one back some. So why don't we get started? Let me get the recording on. Why don't we get started with this Twitch versus Kick situation that's going on right now? Now, as many of you might have heard, famous Twitch streamer, well, former Twitch streamer, XQC, has decided to move platforms to Kick. He signed a $100 million deal to get him over on Kick, and now that's where he's going to be streaming. Now, naturally, this leads into the question of why. We don't know what circumstances have led XQC to wanting to be a part of the Twitch community or the Kick community and stuff like that. But we know from past experience that Twitch has been awfully good at banning people for no good reason. And not to mention, the revenue split over on Kick is 95-5. 95% to the creator, 5% to the website, so maybe that was also a factor. Now, Pokimane comes in and talks about this a little bit, and we're going to get to something else in a second here. But, as we'll see in this clip, she's a bit upset, I'd call it, and we'll get into something that I said in just a second here, but we'll watch this clip first.
Keep doubting Kick, it's already taken over. Fire emoji. Respectfully, people that say stuff like this, you don't understand that Kick makes Twitch money. Like, Kick is using Twitch's services.
This is not true, by the way. They use Amazon services. Twitch and Amazon are not the same. They're not the same company at all.
And
I think she
Twitch
says that
really
later on, but
they could just stop giving these services to Kick. But right now, they're just sitting back like, thanks, I guess. But also, honestly, I don't really care that much.
If you couldn't hear her because she whispers so much, she says she does not care that much. But she does, as we'll see in a second.
Yeah. Well, AWS is Amazon and Twitch is Amazon, so in a way.
Twitch is owned by Amazon. Twitch is not Amazon.
Way it is. No way it is. But also, I'm just a random streamer. I'm just...
Bullshit. You are one of the top female streamers in the industry.
Saying what I've gathered.
Anyway, so... yeah, here we go. We'll talk about this. You know, Pokimane responds to... this was made by Fearbuck. We'll get into this guy's response in a second here. I just want to go over Pokimane's response because I think it's a bunch of crap as well. Dexterito, because Dexterito retweeted the whole thing. Dexterito replies, constantly reek of misogyny and BO. I used Twitch and Amazon synonymously and clarified in the clip. Then Asmongold reiterates my point in the replies with a bunch of people agreeing with him and disagreeing with me, even though we're saying the same thing, lol. She did not say the same thing as Asmongold, because Asmongold, Kick makes Amazon money, yeah, but not Twitch. Ironically, this might be better for Amazon because their profit margins might be better with AWS versus Twitch.
Okay.
So, in essence, all he's saying is that Twitch doesn't make Amazon nearly as much money as AWS might in the long run because of a platform like Kick, which is already doing 100 times better than Twitch is right now. This guy Eddie is a Kick streamer, and he responds to Pokey here. I'm going to let his response go, and I'll say some things over it as well. Actually, before we do that, I guess I'll put in my thing. Which is, how fake do you have to be to pull the misogyny card? People called you salty because that's how the clip comes across. I genuinely like to know how else you're supposed to take that clip when you say that Kick makes Twitch money and proceed to cope about it to chat. What are you supposed to take away from that clip? Oh, I'm not upset. I'm just a random streamer. That's cope. Everyone can see how cope that is. I mean, seriously. All right. Into Eddie's response.
And said that Twitch is making money off of Kick, and it's good if Kick surpasses Twitch. Is this true or cope?
I want to start that as a series, true or cope.
Listen,
that'd be fun as fuck.
I don't know. Take that how you want, but if they reckon it's good, then fuck it. Then so be it. I think, yeah, obviously Kick, similar to pretty much every website on the internet. Not every, but like 50% of websites on the internet utilizes Amazon Web Servers. AWS is huge, right? Like everyone uses AWS. It's massive. There's no doubt about it. Kick uses AWS. Stake uses AWS. Netflix uses AWS.
I didn't know that Netflix used AWS. That might not be true. It might be though. I'm kind of cautious on that one.
Pretty much half the internet uses AWS. So yeah, I guess Amazon makes money off Kick. That definitely doesn't mean Twitch makes money.
It does. I just looked it up. Okay.
Money off Kick. Twitch and Amazon are different companies, right? Like they're different entities. So I don't know. Listen, if Pokimane reckons that's true, then good on Pokimane. Congratulations to her if she thinks that's a good thing. But I think it's a very strange take, in my opinion. A very strange take. I think it's almost an uneducated take, to be honest with you. I think typically people should avoid publicly commenting on stuff they've got no fucking clue about.
I don't think he's wrong there, because it doesn't sound like she has any idea what she's talking about in that clip. Now, granted, she does say later on that Twitch and Amazon are kind of different, but I don't really think that matters when you're talking about, like, oh, well, you started off by saying, well, Kick makes Twitch money in the long run. Like Kick is paying Twitch for its service when it's just not. That's just not the case. Now, here's a clip of XQC calling out Pokimane. And then we're gonna watch this one of him saying that XQC says that Pokimane makes absolutely no sense.
If it was only about money, nobody would care.
Yo.
I don't think
he's not wrong. If this was all about money, nobody would care. It's the fact that he switched platforms.
you understand it. If it was only about money, then I wouldn't be talking about this. I just turn the stream and turn it off, and I would ignore all this shit. The reason is that there are goals that are past that. That's it. And then people discredit that, and it's fucking cringe. I'm tired of it. Especially Hassan. Hassan's being fucking disingenuous as fuck. I'm disappointed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm disappointed. Sorry, Hassan. I'm disappointed. I get it. Okay.
45 months also.
Protect Queen Poke at all costs means that she gets a leeway to say whatever she wants and just claim dog shit. And she's given a free pass if she's Pokey. I get it, Hassan. I get it, man. Don't stop doing that shit, bro. It's just not healthy, bro. It's not healthy.
You know, so he's calling out Hassan for trying to protect Pokimane at all costs, which is something that a lot of people have criticized Twitch streamers for in the past. Oh, Pokimane gives a bad take. We have to sweep it under the rug because Pokemon can't have a bad take. It's protect her at all costs. We've seen that in the past with the DMCA stuff where she's like, I think that they should just be able to let us stream music whenever we want, whether it be copywritten or not. And when people point out that's not how copyright works, you know, oh, wait a minute, she gets up and she just leaves her computer running with a TV show on. Hassan does this as well. This is why he has to defend her. You know, all these things like pile into this like ball of like, people have valid reason to criticize her. She gives bad takes very often, and then we have to just ignore it because why? Oh, she said so, or because people said so.
Respectfully.
And this is XQC on the Pokemon clip, so we'll see this one. This is a 2-minute, and I'm gonna pause it and give thoughts.
You don't understand that Kick makes Twitch money. Like, Kick is using Twitch's services. And if Twitch really wanted, they could just stop.
See, even as much as I hate XQC and I think that he's a brain dead moron, even he knows that like Twitch and Amazon are two separate companies entirely.
Box Toyota for safety to look.
Well, right now they're just sitting back like, thanks, I guess. But also,
Well, I'm confused. Well, that's not how that works. Huh?
Go off, Queen.
Well, guys, I don't even have to fucking be on the defensive here. I don't look like I'm brother. Amazon isn't Twitch. When will people get this? There's a massive difference.
He's not wrong. There's a massive difference. Amazon is successful. Twitch is on the decline.
honestly, I don't really care that much. Yeah. Well, AWS is Amazon and Twitch is Amazon, so in a way it is.
My dents. Okay, so I think you need to understand. Okay, you need to understand that this is super important. Okay, guys, I'm about to say the truth to you, and you're gonna be confused. But if you think about it, I'm right, and you're gonna be, oh shit, I get it.
Okay, I want to hear this because I usually never agree with XQC.
Amazon has Amazon Web Services, so servers, right? Servers are really, really good for like video encoding, and it's really good for video. So then Amazon bought Twitch, so Amazon's at the top, right? And Kick uses Amazon Web Services to run their video servers, right? So in Amazon's view of the world, right? Amazon as a parent company, they're literally making money off of Kick and losing money on Twitch.
He's not wrong. They spend so much. It's like YouTube and Google. They spend so much money on it, and it barely turns a profit. I don't think Twitch has turned a profit at all. It's like YouTube only recently turned a profit for all that. So he's not wrong.
It is.
But Kick paying Twitch to use their services is a lot better for Twitch in the long run. Or not Twitch, Amazon in the long run. Because they're making more money off that than they are from a paid corporate or from a paid deal.
It's not a flex to say that Amazon is making money off of Kick. That is like the most counter flex of all time. You're literally flexing that your site is a money sink compared to one that's making them
True! Wait a minute. This XQC clip kind of actually hits hard.
money. What the fuck kind of argument is this?
That was actually true. So the next thing on this is going to be the fact that Amaranth has also switched over to Kick. So you see that they're talking about the $100 million deal. And this is her announcement video that she's going over, by the way.
Hey, so the $100 million deals have started. Can I get one of those?
She takes fucking forever to get this. This is a long ass announcement, by the way.
Well, I think that's everything.
From what I can tell, they signed her for a similar deal. It might not have been $100 million, but who knows? She might have gotten $100 million for this. Now this is where we have this guy tweet out. This is a Twitch streamer, by the way. So you can see that he's going through the pros and cons. Well, mainly the cons of Kick. And the kind of the pros of Twitch, by the way, the pro things that are good on Kick or Twitch, and then the okays of YouTube. So 50-50 revenue split, best community, best interface. 70-30 revenue split, okay community, okay interface. 95-5 revenue split, worst community, worst interface, and Aiden Ross. You know, and obviously he's getting flamed in the friggin' comments because that's how this works. You know, I think he kind of got destroyed in the quote retweets too. You know, so it was like I put out. Let me find mine. Where was it? Thought I had it up. I can get it up in just a second. Yeah. Okay, let me get mine up because I had a take on this that I thought was worthwhile. Thought I had it up. I guess not. Let me get it over here. All right, here we go. I can't believe Twitch streamers are seething this hard over the fact that people are moving to Kick, lol. Twitch is the worst of the three. You can get banned for nothing and never told why. Examples of this include Destiny, Dr.Disrepect. Well, those two mainly. I'm trying to... I can't really think of anyone else that is off the top of my head. I'm sure that there are a lot of them. I just cannot remember off the top of my head which ones were and weren't. But it is. They're seething over the fact that, like, everyone is leaving that dog shit website. It's like, I'm sorry. What's my options here? I can either get banned on Twitch for nothing as a guy, and some girl can go have sex live twice and barely get any ban. That girl got a 1-day ban and then was unbanned the next day and then did it again like a week later and I think got a 7-day ban. It might have been a perma ban and it might have been a 7-day ban. I'm not sure. But it's like, no, I'd rather take YouTube or Kick where I'm at least earning more money than a 50-50, which we'll get into some of the stuff that I said about that in a second here. But yeah, I read that one. Okay, so yeah, this was another one of Pokemon's comments about this in relation to the clip of her where she goes, "You must have zero listening comprehension skills to not be able to process the actual words I'm saying instead of the nonchalant tone that I'm using." She uses that tone every time she's in a drama. She's angry or she's normal. So how do we know that she's salty? Wait a minute, it sounds like cope. Also, I see you're replying to everything relating to me, fan behavior, heart emoji. So I respond with, yes, it also has no listening comprehension. Oh, by the way, this is also deleted. This is a deleted tweet. She deleted this soon after. So yes, it is us who has no listening comprehension, lol. Not you who made a bad point and then when people called you on it, tried to make it seem like you weren't being salty, that the platform that lets you get away with everything is dying and all your friends, in quotations, are moving on. Which is what it is. You know, how many times has Pokemon gotten away with anything? It's like, it's insane. She gets away with everything, pretends like she has like some sort of, you know, pretends like she's not immune to these Twitch ban hammers. And it's, oh, I'm just like you. I'm just a random streamer. No, you are not. So this came out prior to the news. So if this is true, this will if true, this will decimate Twitch. It's probably true since he knows Trainwrecks, who owns Kick. Fans believe XQC is moving to Kick after the account gained a sub button right here. That's his Kick account, but you know, with XQC leaving and OTK threatening it, I wonder if Pokimane would consider leaving. Probably not, seeing as she half owns it, but I would be surprised. That's kind of my stance on it. I really would be surprised if she actually decided to leave. Mainly because I think that, like, she can't go to a platform she can't control and go, like, I need this person banned. They're criticizing me. Because that's often what happens. You know, friggin', what's his face? Gideon? However you say it. I think it's Gideon. You know, that guy got banned for going into her chat and typing L plus ratio. She brigaded oh fuck, what was his name? She brigaded someone who made a video on her fans. It's a Gundam was the person that she brigaded. Alright, on site, guys. That's that clip. That's where that clip comes from. On site. On fucking site is what she said. She was angry that people went after her fans. So, then when this clip came out, sorry, I was wrong. Pokimane is ride or die on that godforsaken site, lol. She won't go to a site she can't control. I was dying when I first saw this clip. This was actually funny to me. It still is funny to me. I'm not laughing right now. So, before we get into a little bit of the other things... Yeah, before we get into a little bit of the other things, I have a bit of a quick update on last week's video on the Twitch matter. You can check that out on my channel. But anyway, I'm going to now go into the update, which is that Twitch is going to be offering 70-30 splits, guys. Well, why don't we click on this article and read a little bit about it. Streamers in the Partner Plus program will receive a 70-30 revenue share on net subscription revenue from reoccurring monthly subscriptions and gift subs, for 12 months up to $100,000. Oh, well, what does it take to qualify now? Well, to qualify, partners must maintain a sub count of at least 350 reoccurring paid subscriptions for 3 consecutive months. Okay, well, I guess this is okay, right? Once that happens, partners will be automatically enrolled for the next 12 months, even if you dip below the subscription threshold during the 12 months. I guess that's good, you know, at least they're getting them, you know, gift subs and all that count, right? Gift subs, primes, and all that. No, gift subs don't count, actually. Neither do primes. So Twitch is proving why it will be dead within the next 2 years. This decision to give streamers 70-30 split is great if you didn't need to maintain 350 non-prime and non-gifted subs for 3 months. That makes it near impossible for anyone not in the top 1%. And here I did a little bit of math on the matter. Alright, let's do the math on this for a quick second. So we're going to take that base number, 350 non-prime and non-gifted subs a month, comes out to roughly $873.25 after the 50-50 split. Before that, it would be $1,746.50. All right. Multiply that by roughly 3 months. You know, let's just say you only get 350. That's the base. That's all they require. Okay, that comes out to about $2,619.75 over the course of 3 months. And that's, again, after the 50-50 split. Now, let's factor in the fact that no small streamer will ever hit this, and gifted and prime subs can't count towards this. Twitch has effectively said that, yeah, they did add it, but only for the streamers that matter, like Pokimane, that are already on these contracts. It's a bunch of crap. And here's Trainwrecks saying that it was over pure greed, which he's not wrong about. I don't think he's wrong. This is probably a pure greed move. And, oh, sorry, there's one other thing that they did today, June 20th of 2023. We're rolling out content classification labels to clarify when streamers should label their streams and give viewers more info about the content they see. What does that mean? Nothing. All it means is, if you look at it, oh, they're doing the same thing that YouTube has had for years now, where it's like, oh, is this content made for kids? No. Click this button to make sure it's not. And I make sure every button of mine says that this is not made for kids. All right? Twitch is now rolling this out after people have wanted this feature for years. And as you can see, it's like, oh, this is a mature rated video game. That may not be suitable for some viewers. And you can see here that they're going to click that you've got mature rated game and stuff like that. It's such a useless feature because about nobody is going to use it. And I actually voiced my thought on that one as well, which was, let me translate this for a quick second here, okay? Let me get this up. I'll translate this. I'll translate this video for you, right? All right. We know we're making a lot of bad decisions right now, and we don't care. Here's a feature none of you will use, and we should have had for years, but put off till now. Remember, no multi-streaming. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, no multi-streaming. So basically, Twitch is a dying platform. This is their final efforts to try and gain relevancy. They're using streamers like Pokimane and Hassan as cannon fodder in an attempt to get people to come back to their shitty platform. I think that's really all I have to say on the matter. I mean, seriously. I don't see any reason why you should go to Twitch anymore. At a 50-50, you're better off just associating with Aiden Ross on Kick. I'm serious. I guess till next time on that one. Jeez. Alright. So now we get the next thing up. No, it's actually insanity. The fact that it takes Twitch this many years to introduce things, and they're only introducing these things because everybody's leaving them. This is a bit of a smaller segment, so I'm going to try and pull this one out a little bit longer than I probably should. I have water. That's what I'm doing. I'm drinking water right now so that we can start the next bit of recording. Again, this is another two-topic day. I just don't have a third topic that's interesting. I wanted to desperately talk about the Keffels and Tipster stuff, but I just don't have the want to do that right now. All right. So Dr.Disrepect and Nickmercs have been clapping back at all the backlash they've been getting, mainly by Hassan, but we'll come to that when we come to that. Well, I guess it's time to come to that since Dr.Disrepect is calling Hassan a fat phony after his comments amidst the Nickmercs removal, the removal of the Nickmercs bundle from COD. So here is what Hassan said into what Dr.Disrepect said.
Yes, he is more loyal to. He's more loyal to Nickmercs having his skin than his own wife. I know.
By the way, he said that on Doc's anniversary, which he posted a Giga Chad move and just posted a gonna turn off his phone and hang out with his wife. Yeah, that all backfired on Hassan and everyone who says you're not loyal.
Like who's this fat phony? Hassan? Hassan?
Let's get it, baby.
This fat phony? He's so concerned about everything. He's concerned about the 2-time and what it's like. These people, man. This guy wouldn't. See, he wouldn't. See, that's the thing too. Like, he wouldn't say these type of things if we're standing next to each other.
He would not say those if you were standing next to each other. He really wouldn't. That's the funny part. Hassan is such a two-faced liar. That's the whole reality behind that one. No, he can stand by it all he wants on the internet. The second they're in front of each other and Doc says, "You want to say that to my face?" He's not going to say word one to him.
You know? He wouldn't.
I think we're clear.
Because, you know, he knows there's repercussions.
Yes, he is.
Repercussions. Yeah, he'd get hit. What'd you say about my wife? Bunk. Hassan is knocked the fuck out. You know, here's Nickmercs saying people reached out to him privately and were agreeing with him. So I think I'll let this play out and I'll talk a bit through it as well.
All the people that came to me privately, you know what I mean?
And I don't doubt that this actually happened, by the way. I think a lot of people did reach out to him and say, yeah, we just can't do it publicly. Because it would look bad. And I think that's what he told Tim to do, but Tim just went off.
DMs, phone calls, and texts. And it would always start with, hey man, can't publicly, you know, go to bat for you. Basically, is what they were saying. They just don't want to be. And I mean, I understand not wanting to be in the mess because, I mean, it gets a little bit crazy. I mean, I didn't want to be in it either. But at the same time, like, I stand by everything that I said. And that's where I'm at. That's where I land.
Yeah, he's not backing down. I don't disagree with him. I think that a lot of people took his comment and blew it way out of proportion. You know, I think he did a great job trying to explain himself on stream. If you haven't seen the video, I did cover this topic last week. You can go check that out on my channel. While you're at it, if you're here and you want to stay, hey, click the subscribe button and like the video. I don't do those ads. Anyway. So this is Nickmercs in response to Hassan after his comments about Dr. Disrespect's relationship.
And, you know, I think up until that week, Hassan and I were, you know, we're pretty cool. And I know he's not going to lose any sleep over our relationship or anything, man. I'm not either. But after hearing him say what he said about Doc, that motherfucker's dead to me. I DM'd him as soon as I heard it, and I said, you know what? Have your opinions. We can agree to disagree. You can say the things that you want to say, of course. But you're going to go up there and say that shit about Doc on his fucking his anniversary, right? It's a guy's anniversary. And you're saying shit like that in front of all those people? You just...
And I do disagree with Hassan's comments, by the way. Hassan is... That was a bad thing to say. That's a low blow. Lower than a lot of what it should be. You know, because that guy... Dr. Disrespect, don't get me wrong. He cheated on his wife and all. But he did a lot of changing between when that happened and today. Where we're at today. So that was just a low blow because people agreed with Nickmercs and not him.
Gonna let that rip?
Elson.
All right. I mean, fuck. You know, I mean, listen, I'm not... You know, like, I'm not fucking showing up.
Okay. The next thing is that he did clarify his stance on this, which I think was the right thing to do. So,
and then a bunch of these articles painted me up. A lot of the headlines said anti-LGB, you know? That's what they said.
I wonder if Nickmercs is dyslexic. And is trying to, and doesn't know how, and can't read it off of a screen that he's got it pulled up on. I wonder if that's why he can't say LGBTQ. Because you hear him start to say T or Q, and then he stops and he just says LGB. So I do wonder if that might be one of the reasons, because I did see somebody say something about that in the comments, and I was like, I didn't hear that until now. But that might be the case, because he's looking at his monitor pretty closely, like he's trying to read something and just can't do it.
That's what that comment was. It was anti. What? How the fuck was that anti? It had no. It was. It's just, listen. These kids are very young. Can't they just go be kids? Can't they just be children? God.
he's not wrong. I think that we're taking away a lot of kids' childhoods, and we're taking a lot of the responsibility away from parents. Parents, I think, do need to have responsibility. I hope that one day when I do have kids, that I would be a responsible adult, not just sit them down in front of a computer and expect a streamer to take care of them.
Nothing to do with that. I don't know, man. Every headline said that. Did you read them?
I did read every headline, and it did say pretty much that exact same thing.
I was like, yo.
I think Dexterito was the only one that was in good faith to him, and even I can't remember if they were or weren't.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. But I shouldn't focus too much on that, man. I mean, listen.
Yeah, so that was his, you know, and I don't disagree with him. I think that he's telling the truth. This guy put this in there. Whoa, that was weird. Anyway, I don't think that he's backtracking. I think that he's telling the honest truth. Like, he didn't intend for it to be anti-LGBTQ in any way, shape, or form. I just think that, like, he probably just didn't... That comment, in fairness, was not great on Twitter, but when he tried to explain it on stream, I think he did a much better job. And finally, here's Hassan saying that he stands by his comment, which I don't think he does, but that's my opinion. I don't think he does because I don't think he stands by anything that he says, so...
But yeah, funny thing is, when you said what you said, you were reading a chatter. I know, but that doesn't matter. Like, I mean, I will own it. Like, I'll stand by it. It's not... I'm not trying to, like, deflect away from that. That's something that I would say regardless. Just like a million people have said it regardless. Like, I don't think it's that serious at all. I think it's, like, perfectly valid. It's perfectly valid to make that joke. And, you know, they're just...
Look, I'm not going to joke police. Sure, if that was how it was meant to come across, then yeah, I guess in some way you should be allowed to make a joke. But I think it comes more on the lines of, A, it was his anniversary and you made these comments. B, it's such a low blow on a guy that's genuinely trying to change from his past. And C, you know, it does come across as you being... This whole thing does come across as you being a fat phony about it. It's like, I guarantee you, if push comes to shove, he probably didn't agree with what COD did. He probably doesn't agree with all that. And the only reason he makes it public that, oh, I agree with all this, is because that's the side of politics that he's on. That's all this COD thing was about, was politics at the end of the day. So it's like, yeah. Does he believe what he says? I don't know. In my opinion, I really don't think he does. I think that he says things to say things. But, I mean, he could be telling the truth, perhaps. I don't know.
They're big mad. It doesn't really matter.
You know, he ends it off by saying it doesn't really matter. But I think that he does care that people are now starting to see how fake and phony he is. Mainly because I think that was part of his grift for so long. Being fake, being phony, and getting people to just agree with all his takes. You know, I side with Nickmercs and Dr.Disrepect and Tim the Tapman. Alright? Look. Whether you side with them or not, it shouldn't matter. Because this shouldn't be a political thing. It really shouldn't be. Call of Duty removed his bundle over a political state, or over something that was considered politically motivated. In a game called Call of Duty, where you are doing Black Ops, basically, or Dark Ops, or whatever they want to call them, you know, where you're doing campaign things where you have to go assassinate, like, leaders of terrorist groups, or heck, even lower than that. I guess I don't see the problem with what Nickmercs said in relation to COD, or in relation to having a skin in the game and then it getting removed by a company that has done objectively worse than anything Nickmercs has ever said. mean, that's all I have to say on this matter. So, I'm going to end it there. Call of Duty. They're going to be in the grave soon enough, along with all the rest of them. Probably cut that last bit out of the video, so that's a stream exclusive. Alright, so I think that's all I've got this week. I don't really got much else. I mean, it's been a fun week, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. I saw Transformers 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. That was a good film. So, I mean, that's all I've done in that time. I didn't get to talk about that last week. I'm not going to talk about it now. It's too new. I'm going to wait. I'll probably, once the DVD comes out, I'll probably give my take on Transformers Rise of the Beast with the spoilers. It's such a new movie, I don't feel like spoiling anything major. And that's basically all I have to say about it, is like, there's so much major stuff that I just don't want to spoil. I did like Primal, and I did like Mirage. Those were two of my favorite ones to come out of it. And I was kind of surprised. I thought I wasn't going to like Mirage. But I think I'm just going to head out, because I want to go do some things in real life. I want to go... Yeah, that's mainly all I want to do. Well, we did Forest Lullaby last week. Space Birds. Sounds fun. Let's do Space Birds as the closer. I guess I'll catch y'all next week for the next stream.